Our picture has changed of the universe so much that the really important stuff in the universe is not the stars and galaxies, but the stuff you can't see, the mysterious stuff that dominates nature. And the observation was that the universe was static and eternal. That was the conventional wisdom in science at the time, that the universe had been around forever and would be around forever. Gravity sucks. It always pulls. It never pushes. Is there enough gravity to stop the expansion? How will the universe end? Will it end with a bang or a whimper? Will it end with a big crunch, the reverse of the Big Bang, or will it expand forever? Was that all other galaxies are moving away from us on average. And those that are twice as far away are moving twice as fast. Those that are 3 times as far away are moving 3 times as fast, etc. The universe is in fact expanding, and it changed everything. Exploding stars shine with the brightness of 10 billion stars. They're the brightest fireworks in the universe, supernova. But the amazing thing is that every atom in your body came from a star that exploded. And the atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than your right hand. It really is the most poetic thing I know about physics. You are all stardust. You couldn't be here if stars hadn't exploded, because the elements, the carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, iron, all the things that matter for evolution weren't created at the beginning of time. They're created in the nuclear furnaces of stars, and the only way they can get into your body is if the stars were kind enough to explode. Amazingly, even though only one occurs every 100 years per galaxy, there are enough galaxies that if you put your hand up in the night and looked at a dark spot in the sky and made a hole the size of a dime, with a large enough telescope you could see 100,000 galaxies. And that means that even though stars explode once every 100 years per galaxy, in that little region with 100,000 galaxies, on a given night you'll see 10 stars explode. The universe is huge and old, and rare things happen all the time, including life. $13.72 billion years is the age of the universe. It's amazing. Nothing. By nothing, I don't mean nothing, I mean nothing. If you take empty space, and that means get rid of all the particles, all the radiation, absolutely everything, so there's nothing there, if that nothing weighs something. Now, that sounds ridiculous. Why should nothing weigh something? Nothing is nothing. The answer is nothing isn't nothing anymore. Nothing is really a boiling, bubbling brew of virtual particles that are popping in and out of existence in a time scale so short you can't see them. The empty space is responsible for 90% of your mass. And so the question is, we should test what the energy of empty space is. And how can we do that? Well, we weigh the universe. And the point is, we can use gravity to weigh the universe, including the weight of empty space. But you notice most of the mass in this whole system of clusters of galaxies is not where the galaxies are. It's between the galaxies. It's where nothing is shining. About 50 times as much mass in this system, and in all systems we can measure, comes from stuff that doesn't shine. By measuring the mass of these systems, and this dark matter, taking normal matter plus dark matter and weighing it, we now have determined how much stuff there is in the universe. The universe must be flat. Why? It turns out that in a flat universe, the total energy of the universe is precisely 0. Because gravity can have negative energy. So the negative energy of gravity balances out the positive energy of matter. What's so beautiful about a universe with total energy 0? Well, only such a universe can begin from nothing. And that is remarkable. Because the laws of physics allow a universe to begin from nothing. You don't need a deity. You have nothing, 0 total energy, and quantum fluctuations can produce a universe. So if the universe isn't flat, we're worried, because then you've got energy at the very beginning of time. The universe is flat. It has 0 total energy, and it could have begun from nothing. put energy in empty space, so empty space weighed something, you wouldn't see it. It's the empty space between the galaxies. You're far away from the galaxies, you wouldn't see it. But what would that empty space do if you put energy in it? Well, produce a cosmological constant. That would cause the expansion of the universe not to slow down over time, but to speed up over time. Everything holds together is that we live in a universe dominated by nothing. The largest energy in the universe, 70% of the energy in the universe, resides in empty space. And we don't have the slightest idea why it's there. This tells us that we are more insignificant than we ever imagined. Everything we see, stars and galaxies and clusters, everything we see, if you get rid of it, the universe is essentially the same. We constitute a 1% bit of pollution in a universe that's 30% dark matter and 70% dark energy. We are completely irrelevant. Why such a universe in which we're so irrelevant would be made for us is beyond me.